Hello my dear students, I am your chemistry mentor. Myself Dr. Akhtar Ali Ansari. I did my post graduation from IIT Kanpur, and after that I will did my PhD from IIT Kanpur, and after that I will did 1 year postdoctorate program from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. Okay, so today topic I will discuss, that is the ionic equilibrium. Ionic equilibrium. Ionic equilibrium. The main thing that will be connected, the two chapters, one is the ionic equilibrium and another one is the chemical equilibrium, is alpha. Alpha is simply dissociated mole upon initial mole. This is the dissociated mole. Alpha is the dissociated mole upon initial mole. Dissociated mole upon initial mole. Okay. The alpha is that part which will be broken from 1. So if anyone is asking about alpha, now you simply tell that alpha is that part which will be broken from 1. Okay. So after that alpha, we will discuss about the electrolyte. What is electrolyte? Electrolyte are those substances, if they are put into the aqueous solution, then they produce cation as well as anion. Electrolyte are those substances. Electrolyte are those substances, if they are put into the aqueous solution. Okay. Electrolyte are those substances, if they are put into the water or aqueous medium, now they produce cation as well as anion. Suppose like that we will take a electrolyte AB solid. First of all, AB solid will be put into the liquid medium, and now the AB aqueous will be formed, and after that AB aqueous is dissociated into cation as well as anion. So the reaction is like this, forward and backward, because AB is weak electrolyte, so it will be converted into A plus aqueous and B minus aqueous. A plus aqueous and B minus aqueous. Okay, so the electrolyte will be dissociated or classified into two parts. One is the strong electrolyte, and other is the weak electrolyte. Other is the weak electrolyte. The meaning of electrolyte is simply, I will tell that if the substances is put into the water or put into the any aqueous solution, then they produce cation as well as anion. They are known as electrolyte. If I am talking about a strong electrolyte having the value of alpha is 1 and ionization will be 100%. Okay, so if the value of alpha you found simply 1 and ionization will be 100%, now the given electrolyte will be strong. And if the value of alpha lies between 0 and 1, then the given electrolyte will be weak electrolyte, and ionization is always less than 100%. Then the given electrolyte is the weak electrolyte. Okay, so I will talking about the electrolyte and their behavior. Okay. Suppose like that I will take in electrolyte AB aqueous. AB aqueous will dissociate it into two parts, A plus aqueous and B minus aqueous. Suppose like that at time t is equal to 0, when experiment is not started, the concentration of AB aqueous will be C will be taken, and if reaction is not started, so the decomposition or ionization of AB is not started. Now we get over here A plus is 0 and B minus is 0. And after the time t is equal to t, something part of AB will be dissociated. The part will be dissociated from 1 mole is alpha, 1 mole is alpha, 2 mole is 2 alpha. Now the n mole is n alpha, and if C mole, so it is a C alpha. So this is C minus C alpha, this is C alpha, this is C alpha. Okay. Now if I will find the Ki means ionization constant. Ionization constant is simply what? The active mass of A plus or active mass of B minus upon active mass of AB, and active mass of A plus at the time t is equal to t, and this time is also known as time of equilibrium. So this one is a C alpha and this one again C alpha, and upon what is the concentration of AB at the equilibrium? C minus C alpha, C minus C alpha. So it is C square alpha square upon C is a common and 1 minus alpha. This will be equal to Ki. Ki, ionization constant, 1C and 1C will be cancelled, so this must be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Okay, so I will add it to the new page. Ki, ionization constant value will be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Okay, right. If electrolyte is weak, if alpha is less than or equal to 5%, if alpha is less than or equal to 5%, then the given electrolyte will be weak. Then the given electrolyte will be weak. Then the given electrolyte will be weak. Then the given electrolyte is weak. Then the given electrolyte is weak, and 1 minus alpha will be approximately equal to 1. Okay, so Ki will be equal to C alpha square. So alpha is equal to under root Ki upon C. What is the relation between alpha and concentration? Alpha and concentration. The relation between alpha and concentration is that alpha is directly proportional to 1 upon under root concentration, and you know concentration is simply what? Number of mole dissolved in per unit volume. Number of mole dissolved in per unit volume. That's why concentration and volume are the inverse. So inverse to inverse, that is direct. So alpha is directly proportional to the under root of volume, and now it will be directly proportional to volume or dilution. Okay, means if you increase the dilution, now alpha will be increased. If you increase again dilution, then alpha will increase, because alpha is totally dependent over dilution. Alpha is dependent over dilution. If dilution is increased, then alpha will increase. If dilution will increase, then again alpha will increase. And if the value of alpha is 1 is found, now this dilution is known as limiting dilution or infinite dilution, and alpha is equal to 1. This is only for the strong electrolyte. Means you taken the electrolyte weak, but after the dilution, the limiting dilution, your weak electrolyte behave like a strong electrolyte. Okay, and next I will talking about the application of Ostwald law. Application of Ostwald law. Okay, so application of Ostwald law. Lesson-wise application of Ostwald law. The first application is pH of weak monoprotic acid. Weak monoprotic acid. This is a very important for NEET and JEE examination. pH of weak monoprotic acid. Okay बच्चा, तो pH of weak monoprotic acid, suppose like that acid is HA aqueous and it is a weak, so it will form what? Equilibrium. So that will be dissociated or ionized into two form, H plus aqueous or A minus aqueous. Okay, at time t is equal to 0, when the experiment is not started, this concentration is C and this will be 0 and this will be 0, and at the time t is equal to T, and this time t is equilibrium. This time is equilibrium. So this C minus C alpha and C alpha. Okay, so just I will find Ka. What is Ka? This is the ionization constant of acid. Here acid is ionized into their ions. That's why I will find Ka. Ka is equals to active mass of product upon active mass of reactant. On numerator, active mass of product, and on denominator, active mass of reactant. So active mass of product is H plus aqueous and product is A minus aqueous, and upon active mass of reactant, that is the HA. So the value of Ka will be equal to, at equilibrium concentration, C alpha into C alpha upon C minus C alpha. So this will Ka will be equal to C square alpha square upon C into 1 minus alpha. C into 1 minus alpha, and this alpha is cut by this 1 alpha, and the value of Ka will be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Okay, wait बच्चों, just I will add the page, new page. This Ka will be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha, and if the given acid is weak, like the given acid is acetic acid or citric acid or formic acid, for that those type of acid alpha will be less than or equal to 5%, and if the value of alpha is belong to this domain, belong to this region, now the given electrolyte will be weak electrolyte. That's why 1 minus alpha can be ignored. 1 minus alpha will be equal to 1. That's why Ka will be equal to C alpha square, and now the value of alpha will be equal to Ka by C. This is the value of alpha. Alpha is over here ionization constant, degree of ionization. And what is the concentration of H ion at equilibrium? H ion concentration at equilibrium. H ion must be equal to C alpha, and C over here, and alpha, this alpha will be Ka upon C, and if you make the C is inside the square, now it will be C square into Ka by C. This 1C and 1C will be cancelled, So H ion concentration will be equal to Ka into C. Ka into C. So if you take weak monoprotic acid, then the concentration of hydrogen ion at the equilibrium will be equal to under root Ka into C. Okay. Okay, so the concentration of H plus ion at the equilibrium will be under root Ka into C. And you are talking about finding the pH of weak monoprotic acid. Okay, so in pH, P is mathematical operator. P is the mathematical operator. And simply P is removed. The value of P is equal to negative log. If you interested to find the value of P dot, now it will be equal to negative of log of dot. And if you interested to find the value of pH, now it will be equal to negative of log of H ion concentration. And POH, if you are interested for finding POH, now it will be equal to negative of log of OH ion concentration. If you are interested to find the value of pKW, this Kw is what? This is the ionic product of water, and this will be equal to negative log of Kw. And if you are interested for finding pKa, now it will be equal to negative log Ka. And if you are interested for pKb, now it will be negative log of Kb. Okay, but over here our main aim is just to find the pH of weak monoprotic acid. So pH is equal to negative log and H ion concentration. This H ion concentration is put over here and get the answer. Okay, so I will add the new page. Okay, so H ion concentration will be equal to under root Ka into C. So the pH will be equal to negative of log under root Ka into C. So this pH will be equal to negative log into Ka into C. And remove the square bracket, so 1 by 2. So it is what? Simply the formula negative log, this is m and this number is n. Log m to the power n, that will be equal to n log m. So this is minus 1 by 2 and log Ka into C. So here the formula pH is equal to negative 1 by 2 into log of Ka into C. So what is your main formula? Minus 1 by 2. Just you apply the property of log Kc, Ka into C, log A into B. Log A into B will be equal to log A plus log B. So this will be log Ka plus log C. And now this minus is going inside and 1 by 2 is here. That will be minus log Ka and minus log C. So this is the pH, and this minus log Ka, will be equal to pKa. So 1 by 2 pKa minus log C, and this is the formula pH. This formula will be applicable. Strictly on the weak monoprotic acid. Weak monoprotic acid. If the acid is like HCl and the HN concentration is given and find the pH, so this formula is not applicable. This formula is applicable only for the weak electrolyte, weak acid like acetic acid, formic acid, citric acid, and where the Ka value is given, and now we find the pKa. And after that in the series we will add the pH of weak monoacidic base. So weak monoacidic base Okay, so girls and boys, just we are talking about weak monoacidic base. Means this is a base and it can be neutralized 1 mole of acid, and such type of acid is known as weak monoacidic base. And I will take a simple base BOH aqueous. It will be weak, so this will be ionized into two form, B plus aqueous and OH minus aqueous, and at time t is equal to 0, at this time the experiment is not started, so the ionization decomposition means reaction is not started. So this concentration C will be taken, and this will be 0 and this will be 0, and time t is equal to t. After time t, something part will be dissociated. If the part is 1, now the dissociated part is alpha. If the part is 2, now the dissociated part is 2 alpha. If the part is n, then the dissociated part is n alpha. If the part is C, then the dissociated part is C alpha. So girls and boys, over here how much part will be dissociated? C alpha, and over here C alpha, over here C alpha, and this is a Kb. What is the Kb? Kb is the ionization constant of base. And it must be equal to product active mass B plus OH minus upon BOH, and this must be equal to C alpha, and this will be again C alpha, and upon this will be C minus C alpha. Okay, so girls and boys, this will be C square alpha square, and over here C is take common, now 1 minus alpha. This C and this C will be cancelled, so this Kb will be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha, and alpha will be less than or equal to 5%, then the given electrolyte will be weak. So for this base, if alpha is less than or equal to 5%, now we take in this base is the weak base. So such base is 1 minus alpha will be equal to 1. That's why the value of Kb will be equal to C alpha square. The value of Kb will be equal to C alpha square. Just we added a new page. The value of Kb will be equal to C alpha square. Okay, so value of Kb will be equal to C alpha square, and if you are interested to find the value of alpha, that is the degree of ionization, how much part of the base will be converted into the ions, this information is given by alpha, that is the degree of dissociation. So alpha will be equal to under root Kb over C. Under root Kb over C, and at the time of equilibrium, of equilibrium. At the time of equilibrium, the concentration of OH ion, the concentration of OH ion, the concentration of OH ion will be equal to C alpha, and now C and the value of alpha is simply Kb by C, and this C is taken inside. Now it will become, to maintain the roots, it will be C square, and this is a Kb upon C. This one C is cancelled, and now the value of OH minus will be equal to under root KBC. Under root KBC. It is not कौन बनेगा करोड़पति. It is simply KBC. KB is what? Ionization constant of base, and C is the concentration, and it must be equal to the concentration of hydroxide ion at the time of equilibrium. At the time of equilibrium. And if you are interested to find the pH, now simply first you are going for find the pOH. Okay, so taking negative log both sides, negative log concentration of OH ion will be equal to negative log and Kb into C, and remove the square bracket and put over here 1 by 2, and negative log OH ion will be equal to pOH, and pOH is equal to negative log Kb into C. Kb is just like m, and 1 by 2 is just like n. Log m to the power n, we know that a very easy formula, n log m. So this is minus 1 by 2 log, minus 1 by 2 log Kb into C. Okay, minus 1 by 2 log Kb into C. So this pOH will be equal to log Kb into C. It is just like log A into B. Log A into B will be equal to log A plus log B. So over here log Kb into C, that formula will be open look like this. This will be this will be log Kb plus log C plus log C. Okay, so the pOH is equal to negative half log Kb plus log C. So just look at over here, dear students, pOH will be equal to negative 1 by 2 log Kb plus log C plus log C. So pOH will be equal to 1 by 2, and negative is go inside. So this is minus log Kb minus log C, and this pOH will be equal to 1 by 2, and negative log Kb is known as simply pKb minus log C. Okay, so this is the formula of pOH. This is not pH, this is a pOH, which is equals to 1 by 2 pKb minus log C. Okay, just I will add a new page. So the pOH will be equal to 1 by 2 pKb minus log C. This is the formula, and this formula is applicable only for weak monoacidic base. Just I am telling again, this is very important. This formula is not applicable for NaOH. This formula is not applicable for CSOH. This formula is applicable for those type of bases where Kb value is very low and pKb value is very high. Okay, so this formula is applicable only for weak monoacidic base. Weak monoacidic base. Okay. and if you obtain the value of pOH, now you're simply getting the value of pH with the help of this formula. pH plus pOH will be equal to 14, and now you getting the value of pOH from over here. So this value is right over here, and the pH will be equal to 14 minus pOH. This is your pH of the weak monoacidic base. Thanks to all of you. Okay.